Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Marcia.
And we are here to talk about the first 6 episodes of season 14 of Supernatural. We're a bit behind on this because I don't have regular TV anymore, although I've been watching Supernatural via the CW app because they upload the episodes for a couple of weeks for free. So that's how I'm able to catch up. I'm actually caught up to episode 8. Marcia has watched episode 8 but skipped 7 for some reason. So we are going to...
It didn't download.
We're actually going to only talk about 1 through 6. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to talk about this because this season has been much more fun for me than the previous seasons. Or at least the past couple seasons.
This last season.
No, I didn't like the one before either, when it was all the mom through the whole way. I thought that was kind of boring too. So, okay. So overall, I will say that yes, I've really enjoyed this season thus far, although episode 6 was a bit of a lackluster return of a character that, I mean, not really return. They returned last season, but it was just a bit of a lackluster exploration of this version of the character. But overall, I'm really enjoying it thus far. How about you, Marcia?
I'm enjoying it. I think it's... I don't know. I like it, but at the same time, I'm not like begging to watch it every day, every time it comes out.
Oh, really?
Episode. Like I'm not like, oh, another Supernatural is cool. What's going on with them now? No, I usually wait a couple episodes, maybe 2 or 3, and then I watch them back to back, and then I move forward. But I mean, I like where they're going. I guess I got kind of upset because I was so excited to see Michael Dean.
Yeah.
Michael Dean.
The Dean Angel.
Dean Angel. And I was like, oh man, we finally get to see Dean be bad for the right amount of episodes again because we got like gypped.
And yet it still only ended up like 4 episodes.
Was it 4? Because it felt like 2.
Yeah, no, I don't know actually. I think it might have been 3 or 4, yeah.
I don't know. I think it was like 2.
So I enjoy
Maybe
this. While yes, I did not get as much evil Angel Dean as I wanted, and I thought the way that it ended was very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Because it was all after the fact, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a bummer. But he definitely did his fair share of evil things while he was there. So I did like that.
You're still seeing remnants of it, and I don't know. I'm like, this was so awesome because they ended last season so cool, and then Jensen Ackles was like totally owning it, and then you come back in, and it just was like you're getting remnants of it, and just like okay, like this could be, but there was no like head to head really, and then all of a sudden he's all like, guys, it's me again. And I was like, oh, maybe it's a trick. And then it wasn't a trick. And then I was like, oh.
And you're right, actually, it was 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then the third episode was them trying to figure out what had exactly happened.
Right.
But there's been a couple. At least I thought episode number 4 was a lot of fun. That was one called Mint Condition. That was, largely to do with a comic book and pop culture store.
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed that one. That was a bit of a return to the silliness of Supernatural that we haven't gotten a whole lot of in the recent years. Yeah. So I enjoyed that. I actually also enjoyed that we apparently... one of the things I was bummed out about after our season 13 review was the fact that we had to say goodbye to Lucifer, aka Mark. What's his Pellegrino? And apparently that's not the case because Pellegrino is back, but he's back as his human character that Lucifer possessed way back in the day. So that actually has been a very interesting thing that has developed and actually had a large development in episode 7 that Marcia skipped.
I will watch it.
So, I can't discuss that, but I will say that storyline Pellegrino's storyline has been very interesting, and I was very excited to see where it was headed, to be honest.
Well, when you said something, it did bring up a point, because I was like, he did kind of just, have some weird, episode where he was, I'm just kill this guy, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
And then like nothing.
And then it didn't address it at all in episode 8. Yeah.
And because I'm binge watching it here and there, I just didn't like think about it again. And then now I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. What happened to that guy?
Yeah, no, it resolves in episode 7. So you gotta watch that.
When I'm not looking is when things happen.
But basically, one of the storylines also is that Jack, because at the end of season 13, Lucifer steals Jack's grace in order to become powerful. So Jack is now quite ill because his body is shutting down since he no longer has his grace to keep the balance between the angel and Lucifer side, or Lucifer and human side, rather. Yeah. And also there was, I don't know if you actually saw this or not, if it was episode 7 or 8, but Jack's mom comes back.
Yeah, that's 8.
Okay. Yeah, that was actually a really nice moment.
That was really fun.
We are talking only about 6, but there was a really nice moment where Jack's mom kind of returns in episode 8.
It was very sweet.
Very sweet, actually. I like that actress a lot.
The one thing I really like about this show and this series is that they just have such a great fondness of their characters and loyalty of their actors that they can just bring them back. And they do. Even they're like, oh, we're going to kill you off, but guess what? There's a way, and we can have you come back and rejoin the family, even if it's a cameo or, or 3 or 4 more episodes, or maybe you're back forever, I think it's really cool that they do that.
Incidentally, I don't know if you knew about this, but there was a news story about a week and a half ago stating that none other than Negan himself, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, tweeted saying he would be open to returning to Supernatural if the story was right, as John Winchester. So, can you imagine if they managed to bring him back after 12 years of being missed from the show?
Well, if you're watching Walking Dead, you never know. He might be killed off the next week.
I don't know. I'm not watching. I'm not watching the new season.
Supernatural.
Yeah, there's a place for you, Jeffrey. There's a place for you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool, right?
No, that would be really fun to see him come back. I love John.
I think that's got to be how they end the show. I think the boys have to join John. Yeah. I think they both have to die. Either they both have to die, or they both have to seal all demonic gates forever and see John one last time.
See, I thought they should end it with a Ghost Facers episode.
Oh, God. That would not be satisfying. Do you think the mom should die and enjoy John before or they're cultivating something else this season between the mom and Bobby.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. I don't know that we'd be able to have her end up as a ghost with John by the end of the series.
Hey, you never know.
We'll see how the season plays out.
Maybe she gets killed off before Bobby and she reunites with John. Who knows?
That'd be great.
Maybe there's a love triangle. Maybe she pulls John out
ghostly love triangle
from heaven or hell or wherever he is, purgatory. Who knows? I don't know if we know exactly.
That'd be a great Mary episode if it was all Mary's episode and her like struggling with life since John's been gone, and she decides to resurrect him for one last conversation to get his advice on what to do or something like that. That'd be pretty dope to have Jeffrey come back for that. Yeah, that closure.
That would be fun.
So, yeah, I mean, are you on board for the rest of the season at least? Are you excited about it?
Well, I'm on board. I mean, I'm definitely...
I'm more excited than I was for 12 and 13.
Yeah, I think there is room for them to really finish on top. Mm-hmm. And it's just... I'm going to watch this show until they take it away from me. I don't even care. Like, there's a lot of, like, kind of soap opera aspects to it. But,
it's our stories.
It's our stories. My stories are on... But and I thought about that when I was talking about how many times they kill people and then bring them back. I'm like, I think I saw this on Young and the Restless. But at the same time, it's just such a great crew and it's a great series, and they do explore every aspect of the supernatural, and they really push the limits, and I would love to see more of the meta come back and just kind of get back to the roots a little bit more. They've done a really good job this season, I feel like, to kind of bring them back to those roots, but let's get some more meta episodes, guys.
I like those. It's tough to do them without Gabriel. They brought Gabriel back and then killed him off again in the same season. That was a big bummer.
Why?
Big bummer.
Just didn't want to commit that much.
I guess not. But yeah, why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below. What did you think of the first 6 episodes of Supernatural? The 6th, we should mention that even though it wasn't our favorite, it was the first heavily Charlie-focused episode. in years.
Felicia
Day for the win. Love her. But she, this is the alternate universe version of Charlie, and they have to try. I feel like this was the first episode trying to massage that version of Charlie into the version of Charlie that we as fans all love. And, it was largely them sitting in a car for an entire episode. Yeah. But they had to start somewhere.
Right, and they did warm her up a little bit, and you kind of got her story and what happened and why she is the way she is, and she kind of does a little foreshadowing of what could happen in this realm if, things go the way it's heading, and she is hesitant to really call them family and to accept the way things are now because she thinks it's just going to go away, which makes a lot of sense, and I really hope they utilize her a little bit more, and I wish they could have made that storyline that episode a little bit stronger, I think, because they tried to make it about Charlie, but at the same time it was more about Dean and Jack and their adventure, it felt like.
Yeah.
Maybe because
mostly.
Her adventure with Sam was just not interesting.
Not as much.
No.
But yeah, you guys. So I'm curious to know what you guys think of this. If you're Supernatural fans, are you still on board after 14 or after 13? Now starting the 14th season, I'd be curious to hear y'all's opinion. I'm on board for the rest of the series. I mean, I'm gonna watch the rest. Who can watch 14 years of a show and then stop, or 13 and then stop?
I don't know. Fuego. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I hope you watch this. Fuego.
Ooh, it's on. Well, yeah, like I said, let us know in the comments down below what you're thinking of it. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, you guys. I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Marcia Parker.
And remember, stay scared.